I send you now this message about death and about how all of you have been programmed to think you have to die at a certain age, or to think death have absolute power over you, and about how you don't realize that all deaths are self-created by your subconscious mind. But you go when you choose to go unconsciously. I'm sure many of you have experienced or have heard about stories of people who are about to die and they wait till their loved ones are around. Let's say a mother is dying and for some reason her daughter is very far away from her. And she knows that for her daughter it's gonna be very important to say bye to her, because that is gonna help her a lot on her healing process. That mother may probably wait till her daughter gets to where she is. And she may surprisingly die exactly after the moment her daughter gets the opportunity to stay with her and just to say bye. And for sure you have heard many things about people who wait for their loved ones before they leave. So if your wishes and your mind and your emotions will have no power at all over death, and you will be absolutely controlled by death as a puppet, then why will that even happen? How can you reconcile these two ideas? If you have no power at all over death, how come people die in the exact moment after they said bye to their families? Even the so-called reasonable people, they will accept that this happens very often. Like that father who is sick and somehow waits till her daughter's wedding and just dies after that. If I'm talking about death now, it's because you are in a very important moment of human evolution. You started the process now on 2020, and it will finish on 2029. It will of course not completely finish, but those years are gonna be crucial. You're gonna be injected with fear and with substances and with anything which can make you weaker. But even if you are gonna see some ugly things, nothing, and please listen to me, nothing will be able to stop human evolution. By being pushed into the extreme of fear and control, the energies of Earth are actually going to recycle. And many of you will not want to be controlled anymore and will not want to be fearful. The main vibration of Earth is gonna raise, and it's very important for all of you to tap into those energies. Many things you call miracles, many things you call death, for example, is actually just in yourself. You are and you create all those things. There is also a higher intelligence which is embracing all your individual souls. This life force is connecting and protecting all of you, but many things that you think are outside of you are just actually inside of you and in your control. I want to explain you why do I talk about rejuvenation and why do I talk about immortality, let's call it like that. Why will a spiritual message be about something which may seem so superficial and unimportant? Why on earth that will be related to human evolution or to happiness or to self-realization at all? Why will something like that benefit people in any way? Those are the questions you may have, and you may think, isn't it just about looks? About looking good, looking young, and about increasing this unhealthy obsession with the body of the society you live in. It has absolutely nothing to do with beauty standards or with treating yourself as just a meaningless material thing. It's about your evolution, and it will hugely benefit the whole earth. You distrust your own heart and your own intuition and feelings. And you have been immensely programmed to distrust your own wisdom, which all of you have. They taught you that to know what is good and what is bad, you need to learn it. You need to learn morals. You need to learn the rules about what is good and what is bad. But you don't have to learn anything. All of you know what is good and what is bad, and all of you know what is true and what is not. Maybe some people are completely disconnected from their own feelings and their own heart. But when you reconnect with that, you just know it. Nobody have to tell you, not even me. I may tell you some things, but you choose what feels right. When you see a dead body, you don't feel good. You feel it's something scary. You feel it's something ugly. You don't like to see that. You don't have a good feeling about it. It's not something which evokes beauty or positive emotions, which evokes happiness, love, union. It feels sad to you, and it feels somehow dark. And all of you can feel it. This is because when you reach a higher evolutionary state, death is not the way you are meant to leave this planet. Death as you know it now. In future eras, you're gonna leave Earth differently. Don't misunderstand me. Death is not bad. It's not even painful. It's actually a very beautiful experience, and you are just welcomed into a different reality. How to say it, death have been very positive for such a long time because humanity was in a very low state of their evolution. And death has been for a very long time like a surgery. Like when somebody is so sick that the only thing the doctors can do is to take that extreme solution, that last option, which is having to apply a surgery to that person. But is surgery the only way? Do you all have to get so sick that you all need that extreme solution, that you all need a surgery? Wouldn't it be better if you take care of yourself on the first place? So you don't have to go through this extreme remedy as just the last option you have. If you will be more healthy and balanced, you won't have to go through this extreme recycle. So it's not a bad thing. Surgery can be useful many times. Surgery can benefit people. I'm sure you all know somebody who have been benefited by a surgery. But why not to keep yourself in a state to not need that surgery? That is what death is an extreme recycle of the soul and the body. An extreme solution. When your body is so blocked and so intoxicated and your mind is so unchangeable and so fixed and cannot welcome new lessons, and you cannot welcome anything new, and you cannot understand the lessons that you have to understand, then death is the best idea, and it's very good for some people. You spend some time in a more etheric realm, and you get to understand many things that you could not understand while you were incarnated on a physical body on Earth. And you get to make a new plan with a new family, a new body, and maybe some different events, so you can understand the lessons that you could not understand. So that is not at all entirely negative, and that is a choice you all can take. But eventually, even if you decide to die, you're gonna have to go through the same lessons that you went through when you were on Earth, and you are gonna have to go through the same things which made you sick. But even if you choose to die, I really want you to not have a misunderstanding of that, and the most important thing, I don't want you to be controlled by the idea of death. Cause injecting you with fear of old age and death have always been used to control you and to reduce your power. So it's not just about beauty or about the way you look like. In fact, human people who have been on earth for centuries and could choose to look young during all that time, they decided to look old because maybe their purpose on earth was to teach something and nobody would have taken seriously somebody who looks so young. They chose to stay on the age which was more convenient for them and for what they wanted to do here. Let me show you some of the ways you are being harmed and distracted by the idea of death. Many of you, even if you realize about it or not, are very afraid of being alone on your old age. And even when you are very young, you stick to some relationships which doesn't let you grow or which doesn't especially help you. Or you sometimes forget the meaning of love as you see it as an investment for the future to survive loneliness. As a society you live in is very focused on the material things and on the body, not on the soul, you fear that you will have no value when you are that age. And you turn the most divine and pure energy, which is love, into fear. And love gets intoxicated by its opposite, fear. Also, when you, even if just unconsciously, let fear rule your life, that really diminish your power. And your spirit knows that. And you suddenly feel powerless and your faith goes down and you don't even know why. The idea of death also makes you stop really believing in life. Religions are not negative, but of course have been also used to control you. Even if some pureness could be kept, but they tried to poison some truth with misconceptions. You may believe that is the only way to find peace, to find rest, to find anything divine. So you don't realize about it, but by relating all those things to death, you are diminishing the power of life and how divine life is. All the divine things you expect to find when you die are also present in life. But as death and life are seen as opposites, you think that if all those things are present in the death, there won't be present in the life. So you somehow start seeing life as some temporary thing. You are here just for some time. Life is not that important. Life is not divine. Just distract yourself. Let the years pass. Just find some comfort and you will reach that spiritual goal when you die. With that kind of philosophy, even if it seems so innocent, you get distracted from the divine nature of life. All these angels that you expect to find when you die are also right here with you while you are alive. Also, the idea of death makes you fall so much into the economic system and into the system which is already organized for you. I know it may sound strange, but the fear of death is directly linked to money. You fear for your survival, thinking that it doesn't depend on you at all. And the system you live in makes you feel that if you follow the rules, you will be able to survive. Of course, just till the lifespan that is imposed at that moment. The fear for survival, the idea of not working, of not making money, scares you so much that this freedom of living for hundreds of years may scare some of you so much. How am I going to make money? How am I going to survive? Some of you are so unhappy in your work that you don't even want to think about doing that for hundreds of years and worrying about your survival for hundreds of years. That's why what you do plays a big role in life extension, but I will talk about that in another message. The thing is, you make a plan. to be financially comfortable till you are 80, 90 years old, and you plan your life based on that a little bit. But what about if you will live for hundreds of years? Then financially planning your life will get way harder, and you will care more about doing what you love than about security. And as you will start to master the power of your mind over your body and over many other things, and start to master your spirit, you will understand that money is not the only thing which decides your survival. It have been like that because they make sure you are unhealthy and you need to buy certain drugs to compensate that. But it doesn't have to be that way. So somehow the idea of death is making you way more dependent on money, and sometimes taking you away from your true vocation or from what you actually love to do, which will actually benefit the whole planet, whatever it is that you love to do.